Oh wait, that's not a play sheet. That's a Cheesecake Factory menu he's holding. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. Yes, that was shoddy ordering from the cheesecake menu. That would have been Mike McCarthy. This was shoddy dialing one up. Brian Schottenheimer, us Cowboy fans are very happy with what we're seeing through the first 5 weeks regarding play calling, run, pass, balance. Plenty of time to get to that. Good morning, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. Very late today, going to do his appointed rounds. Walk probably around 10 miles today, unless there's no help, and then I'll walk my 11 or 12. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is having a great Tuesday. I don't know if I said Monday. It feels like a Monday for me, but it is a Tuesday edition. Taco Tuesday edition. Kind of get thrown off. We got the holiday next week, so you figure I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm off Sunday. Monday for the holiday. I believe it's Columbus Day. Then my day off is Tuesday, so I got a 3-day weekend coming up. Yes, we do. So good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. I fell asleep, actually. Sorry, I do it for the Zoom crew, but if not many Zoom crews show up, I usually get out of there at halftime. Nobody was really talking. Jesse was on. The Ultra Cowboy was starting with everybody in the chat. Again, all are welcome, all are welcome. I know Ultra made a comment to me a long time ago that he's been blocked by most streamers. I've opened my doors to him, so even gave him a modification so nobody could time him out. But yet somehow me and Phil are bad people for saying Dallas needs to get a quality win to be taken serious. Not by us. I take him serious. I'm a lifelong Dallas fan. I got a shit ton of merch in my house. I spend my money. I go away to see the team that I love. I've been to drafts. I've been to games. I just went to a game. It never ends. And it'll never end until my last dying breath. So we need to find common ground. We do need to find common ground amongst everybody. Just like Ultra Cowboy didn't like me and Phil's stance on Dallas's win so far. That doesn't take away that we fucking won them. We won the games. And at the same time, Drew goes too far the other way. I've told Drew many times. He ain't going to change, so why do you care what he thinks? All right? Why do we care what Drew thinks? I read his comment. If I didn't care, if I'm annoyed, I won't read it. Because it goes overboard. Again, what he thinks means nothing. In talking to Rob, on the down low, Rob admits right now Eagles are not playing good. I won't get into exact. Here we go, Vinny. It's reminiscent of 2023. Yes, it is. Not by my standard, by some of the Eagle fans that I trust. And I'll leave it at that. Eagles need to get their act together. We keep hearing, well, they're the same team that won the Super Bowl last year. No, they're not. Again, I've told people, Eagles are not the same team that won it last year. Does that mean they can't get back to the Super Bowl? No, it does not. The NFL is a year-to-year league, okay? The years of a dynasty are over. You can keep a window open for 2 or 3 years, yes, you can. But when you lose the amount of defensive players that the Eagles lost last year, you have to rely on young players. Young players don't stay healthy. Young players don't quite pan out on the timetable that you want. Doesn't mean they're failures. This goes for all NFL teams. So for a blanket statement guy to come in and go, your team stinks, who cares? Who cares? I've seen enough football to use my own brain and my own eyes. It's not how you're playing now. You got to get the wins now against crap teams. If you don't win against good teams, I'm going to call it out, but that doesn't mean Dallas can't. Dallas has everything in front of them. They're ahead of where I thought they were coming into the season. We'll do a mid-season breakdown of my prediction of the teams in the NFC East. I'm pretty close. The Eagles are a game ahead of where I thought they were, but they're not playing as good as I thought they would, if that makes any sense to you. Dallas, his offense is playing better than I thought they would. Defense is not as good as I thought they would. Would be. I didn't think they would be top, but I didn't think they would be hovering around 31, 32 in total defense. Did not. But year-to-year league, Dallas was never this bad, but it's very, very correctable, and it already corrected itself. Don't let people tell you, oh, well, the Jets were a hungry-ass team. Jets were a desperate team. Jets will start winning games. Watch. And when they do, people go, oh, well, look at the Jets. Jets are very talented on defense. From the defensive line to Sauce Gardner. Maybe he's having a down year. Yes. Again, even Sauce Gardner, a true Pro Bowl, all-pro corner, is having a bad year. So any young guys out there, Quintana Bay and all that, they're going to have ups and downs. That's called being a football player. So blanket statements are BS. Use your eyes. Use your brain. When Dallas gets Diggs and Bland going healthy, if they ever can, because that seems to be the deal with Dallas, they can't stay healthy. You can't help the club if you're in the tub. Always in the tub. Something like that. So, every year is different. I love my Cowboys. I will root them on. I will predict them. I think I predict them to win all but 2 games. No, I did turn around. I changed my mind on Green Bay and had them win them by a field goal. They tied. Okay, so I lost the Eagle game. No, I had Eagles winning. Let's go back and review this. I had the Eagles winning. A lot closer game. Okay? You could flex and not be realistic. Eagles should have lost the game. When you take a step back from your emotions and look at it, that game Dallas should have won. Eagles were handing you the game. Eagles did not play great. Dallas couldn't catch the F in football. The Eagles won. Shout out. But again, if you're using non-Eagles colored glasses, they got lucky because they didn't play good Eagles, in my opinion. Got that one right. Week 2, the Giants didn't have how they were going to win. They won. They probably should have lost. Again, I could say that. I could say that as a Cowboy fan. They should have lost the Giant game. They didn't. 1-1. I got that one right. Okay. Chicago. I picked the Bears before the season. I changed because the Bears sucked. So I got that one wrong. I did get that one wrong. Should have stuck with my preseason prediction. So I got 1 game wrong so far. Green Bay. I had them losing. Then I changed to winning. They tied. Okay. We're all wrong. They tied. Did anybody predict a tie? I did predict overtime and a Dallas field goal. So I had 2 games wrong for Dallas. Okay. It is what it is. It's a year-to-year league. We'll see who's going to step up. Shamar James is starting to get playing time. So, again, everybody getting upset about how they perceive me or Phil. And this is why this is why that. Stop it with the blanket statements, man. You're entitled to your opinion. I've been gracious. Nobody's keeping you here. I try and be equal opportunity. I could care less. Again, I could care less what any other fan base thinks of my team right now because we got the whole season to play. Is it frustrating that we can't get any respect? Yeah, but we should have beat the Jets. We should beat the Carolina. If we let Rico Dowdle run for 200 yards, that's going to be embarrassing. Sorry, we can't let that happen. We need to go into Carolina and get a win. To me, we overexceeded at home against Green Bay. I think that was a quality tie. Oh, you tied. It's not a win. We didn't lose. That's, again, everybody had them losing. Even this week against the Jets. Everybody. It was a 1.5 point line. 2-point line at game time. That's nothing. It was a quality win against a winless team. Sometimes they're the hardest to win. You know? So, let's move forward. Any road win is quality. This is going to be a harder win than the Jets, obviously. Because Carolina has 2 wins. So this will be a better win if Dallas goes into Carolina and wins. It will be. It'll be a better win. Of course you're not going to gain the respect of Eagle fans. What do you care what they think? Even when we beat them, they're not going to give you the respect. If we beat them. Oh, yeah, but what have you done in the playoffs? They've already told you. So why does anybody get upset? Okay? You know, really doesn't matter. In the long run, in the Super Bowl era, Eagles are 6 games above 500 for their lifetime. So there's gonna be ups and downs through all these franchises. No franchises, not many New England's run, and New England has only won 6. They just got hot in a period of time. Again, it's not easy. So Dallas needs to win. What I'm trying to get at is everybody wants them to go out and make trades. Why? Save your draft picks. Or prove to me that you can win. Carolina has to be a win. Then you got to come home. You're an underdog. The Dallas Cowboys are an underdog in 2 weeks. Just to let you know. 3.5 points. Now it's like 5 points, I think. I don't know. Put it in the comments. I'm not sure. I want to say it's 4.5, 5 points. Look it up. We're the underdog already. Anything can happen, but that's a game you have to win. If Dallas comes home after beating the Jets in Carolina, and we lose and get our ass beat to Washington, how can we flex anything? Shut your mouth and work harder, because you just proved to me you're not good enough. You know, to beat a playoff team. You want to beat playoff teams from the year prior. You don't want to beat teams who suck. You're supposed to beat the teams who suck. Now, we all know, ebb and flow of the season, you're going to lose to a team who sucks from time to time. Chicago Bears, even though I didn't have them sucking this bad. And I think they do have 2 wins, us being the first. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, and then if we could, I laid it out for you. That's the one thing I switch up. I put within my mind what they have to do. They got to beat the Jets. Done. They got to go beat Carolina. Who knows? Then they got to come home and beat the Commanders. If you can get to that point, now everybody needs to shut their mouth regarding the Cowboys until further notice, meaning Eagle fans and everybody else. If we can get to 5-2-1, right now we're 2-2-1, or no, 2-2-1, 3-2-1, 4-2-1. Yes, 4-2-1. If we can get to 4-2-1 going into Denver, which Denver, as I said, is a good team. Not that they're playing elite yet, but they were good enough to beat the Eagles in Philly. I think Denver is going to get better as the year goes by. It's funny. Denver's allowed to start out slow and get better as the year goes by. But Dallas, until further notice, can't. I'm not going there. Let the novices, let the fanboys, say whatever they want. This is a year with a new head coach. You would think they're only going to get better. You would think. Right? I mean, they're doing it with 4 backup offensive linemen. You know, you would think you should put some respect on my name. You would think. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes. At the end of the day, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm going and doing me regardless. I'll be in Vegas with a cast of thousands, or maybe 10 or 12 people. I don't know. But we're going to have a blast. Let the season play out before we start flexing. Enjoy the wins. Talk about the losses. We'll know around Thanksgiving. We'll know a lot when we get to Las Vegas. That's for sure. We will know a lot about our Dallas Cowboys. Probably a little after is where we'll really know what's going on regarding the Cowboys. Moving on. I want to finish this up. It was a tough night for the Philadelphia Phillies. They dropped to 0-2. Their backs are up against the wall. Their big bats have disappeared. I called for small ball. I called for some small ball going in against the Dodgers. I wanted to see our top of the lineup. I like it when coaches switch things up based on your opponent. You know, lay some bunts down. Harrison Bader got hurt, but still, I would have played some small ball early on in these games. Bunt, for singles, get on base, move runners, and then cause havoc. Put the pressure in the pitchers. Anybody that's pitched knows with runners and base, especially at Citizens Bank. As much as I like Rob Thompson, he's on the hot seat. You can't do this. Again, he doesn't really do that type of stuff. That's the one thing I don't like. But just watch out what you wish for without Rob. Rob has these guys ready to play in the regular season, which is big. Obviously, you want to win in the playoffs, but it's a tough situation. I mean, the best team money can buy, the Dodgers, with their pitching, is good. Went out Zach Wheeler. It's frustrating, but that's not why we're losing. We're losing because Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and more importantly, in my opinion, Nick Castellanos probably should have been traded already. Just a tough night to watch, so that kind of set me into a bad mood once that game went final. And the comments just were ridiculous. Again, nobody's forcing anybody to hang out with us, so, my man's all dressed up, biking. But anyway, and finally, last night, I fell asleep, but the Jacksonville Jaguars did pull it out. Hallie Pierce, I don't know who you had, but Jacksonville won. I did lose my fantasy to Troy, the money league. I beat him in the non-money league. I wish it was reversed. Travis Etienne for Jacksonville. But ultimately what killed me is I kept Jared Goff in, who did okay, but I had Dak Prescott as my backup quarterback, and I didn't start him in New York because I thought it would be, I didn't think he would throw for 4 touchdowns. So, hey, you win some, you lose some. I think I'm in 3rd or 4th. So I'm still in I'm in a playoff spot right now. At least I'm better than Cowboys right now. But all right, everybody, I'll talk to you later. I may or may not do a lunchtime chat. I'll try and do one about 3:15 Eastern time. And again, we need to calm down or do your thing. No hard feelings. All right, everybody. Late.
Really? Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen with a light blue hue to them, fresh and juicy, ready for the picking.